Hey YouTube, it's Truth Collins signing into this piece today. Now, I'm making this video because I want to clarify a statement that was made in the video I posted on forgiveness in a marriage. Within a marriage, I'm sorry. Now, everything I said in that video, I stand behind. Everything I said in that video, I meant. But basically what I'm saying is, I want to make clarification on the statement that I made. The statement was, it's two places here on earth I feel that you should always have comfort in. That's in your home and in the house of the Lord. Now, I think I know I covered your home in the video. I want to cover being comfortable within the house of the Lord. A lot of people out here are uncomfortable with the place they give worship for two reasons. Members. Some members think that your blessings are measured by having materialistic things in life. A lot of members think that your blessings are measured by the car you drive, the house you stay in, and the clothes you wear. I don't agree with that. Another reason people are uncomfortable in their church is because pastors have stopped preaching. Bishops have stopped ministering. They began gossiping in the pulpit. They began throwing slangs in the pulpit. I'll give you an example. Well, first off, I want to say this. In church, nothing is exempt. I feel nothing should be exempt in church. Anything you may go through in life, any behavior that you exhibit in life should never be exempt from church because it's the house of the Lord. I understand and I respect that. But when a pastor stand in the pulpit and began throwing slangs at the members that are sitting in the congregation on the pews, I have a problem with that. So many pastors, they began talking about dope dealers, gay people, prostitutes, alcoholics, and people with gambling addictions. I don't have a problem with you talking about that, Pastor. Because like I said, those things should not be exempt from church. But when you begin preparing your sermon to throw slangs at the members, that's a problem with me. You begin ministering or you begin talking about a lifestyle, whether it's they selling drugs, whether they a prostitute, whether they a gay person. When you begin throwing slangs saying that, oh yeah, you out there on that corner of Chestnut Avenue, that person know that that's the corner that they deal at. That person know that's the corner that they stand at waiting on someone. When you begin calling out a casino name, that person know that's the place they gamble at. And so does the other members. No, that's the place that they gamble at. When you start calling out store names or you start calling out bridges, that person know that's the store they buy their alcohol at. That person know that that's the bridge they may sleep under because they too drunk to make it home. They know. And that's when they become uncomfortable in their church home. I don't agree with that. If you're going to sit there and talk about a dope dealer, a prostitute, or a gay person, go on that corner and tell that brother or that sister or whoever is on that corner, pull them to the side and talk to them. Minister to them then. A true pastor that carries the gospel, that speaks the gospel, don't just speak it in the pulpit. If you ain't willing to go under that bridge and ask that person to come over to your house to take a bath, or maybe take them home because they're too drunk to get there themselves, then I'm going to need you not to throw slangs at them in church. Because you know what? At the end of the month, when that church treasurer give you your pay for the end of the month, I want you to ask that treasurer to say, how much did sister or brother so-and-so put in this month? Because I don't want that money because it's dirty money. Because they were selling dope all month. Or they were on the corner hooking all month. Or because they was in the casino gambling all month. That's the devil's money. They won it in the casino. Or that gay person put this amount in this month. I don't want that because they not living right. I want to know if a pastor is willing to do that. A church is a business. If people don't attend, if people don't tithe, then that church does not prosper. That church will not be able to pay a light bill or a water bill. That church grounds won't be able to be minded if people are not attending and tithing. So if you're going to sit there and preach and minister at a church where you have members in there that exhibit these behaviors or they're in these lifestyles, don't throw slangs at them in church. Everybody got their own battle. Everybody have their own story to tell. These people in the house of the Lord, they seeking His grace. They seeking His mercy. What prostitute you know that worked all night and get up, might have got in at 6 or 7 o'clock that morning from hooking, and get up at 9 or 10 and be in the house of the Lord? What dope dealer you know that's been on a corner selling all night, making a score, busting a lick, and get up and go to the church at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning? What alcoholic would do the same? The same thing for a gay person or someone with a gambling addiction. You don't know nobody's story. That gay person might be sitting up in that, audience, in that congregation, battling with something so hard. You don't know why they're gay. A family member, a friend, could have touched him as a child. A parent, somebody they trust in their family, could have sold them to the highest bidder. You don't know a person's personal battles until you sit down and talk with them. And if you in the church as a pastor throwing slangs to these members, I'm sure you have not had a conversation with them. What you did was you went to Sister Bertha's house after Sunday and let her filled your belly with some of her food, and you sat there and listened to her gossip because she has nothing better to do with her life but sit there and watch the neighborhood and report back to you. So when you get home on that Sunday afternoon, you prepare your sermon for the next Sunday and you give examples that was gossip discussed over that meal. That's what pastors are doing these days. And that's when people become uncomfortable in their church home. I ain't about to be uncomfortable with somewhere I go to praise God. I'm not about to be uncomfortable in a place that I tithe in. So you know what? I dare you. If you are uncomfortable in your church home, I dare you to seek membership at another church. Don't let that be the reason that you don't seek God. And another thing, this video probably going to be a part 2 because I'm only able to video 10 minutes at a time. But matter of fact, I'm going to close it out now and I'm coming back with a part 2. Stand still.